Hey, friends, welcome to another episode of Vinyl Riffs. Today, we are celebrating the 100th birthday of jazz giant Miles Davis by spinning one of the most important records ever made, Kind of Blue. I know what some folks may be thinking. Sean, I like the Beatles, the Monkees, and classic rock. Why are we talking about a jazz record? Because this isn't just a jazz album, it's a masterclass in leadership. It's a masterclass in innovation. And it's a masterclass in bringing together extraordinary people and creating the conditions for them to thrive. It's a great, great album. So let me tell you a little bit about the story of Kind of Blue. 1959, Miles Davis had a choice. He could keep doing what everyone expected. He could keep following the status quo. Instead, he decided to explore something new. He walked into the studio with a vision, not a fully detailed map. Rather than handing musicians pages and pages of instructions, he offered sketches, ideas, frameworks. The band would help discover the music together, and that takes courage. As leaders, we often feel pressure to have every answer. Miles reminds us that sometimes leadership begins with a question. Think about that. So here's the first leadership riff. Great leaders create space. One of the things I love about this record is that Miles doesn't dominate it. He could have. It's his name on the album. He was Miles Davis. Instead, he creates room for others. Listen to the contributions of folks like John Coltrane, Cannonball Adderley, Bill Evans, Paul Chambers, Jimmy Cobb. Every voice matters. Every musician contributes something unique. Leadership isn't always about taking the solo. Sometimes it's about making sure everyone else gets one. Here's a second leadership riff. Choose great bandmates. If you followed my work for any length of time, you've heard me talk about bandmates. I may have even referred to you as a bandmate. Miles didn't surround himself with people who thought exactly like him. He built a team of musicians with different strengths, different voices, and different perspectives. The result wasn't uniformity, the result was brilliance. The same is true in schools, organizations, and teams. The goal isn't finding people who agree with us. The goal is finding people who make the music better. Think about that one. Leadership riff number 3, trust the process. Many of the tracks on Kind of Blue were recorded quickly. There wasn't endless tinkering. There wasn't perfectionism. There was preparation, trust, and execution. Sometimes we can overwork an idea. Sometimes we can plan ourselves into paralysis. Miles Davis reminds us that great things can happen when talented people are trusted to do the work. Trust. Fourth leadership riff. Innovation requires risk. Imagine telling a room full of world class musicians, we're going to try something different today. No guarantees, no promises, no certainty, no proof that it will work. That's innovation. Innovation isn't certainty. Innovation is stepping into the unknown together. That's exactly what happened with this album, Kind of Blue. Think about that as well. So, in reflection, as I listen to this record today, I keep coming back to one simple thought. The best leaders I've known didn't try to control every note. They created environments where people felt safe enough to contribute their own music. They listened, they trusted, and they empowered. They understood that leadership is less about having the spotlight and more about helping others shine. In closing, here's one other thought. Maybe that's why Kind of Blue still matters. More than 6 decades later, we're still talking about this album because it wasn't built on ego. It was built on vision, trust, collaboration, and possibility. And those qualities matter just as much in leadership as they do in music. So as you go through your week, ask yourself, where can I create more space? Who are the bandmates helping me make better music? And what masterpiece might emerge if I trust them just a little more? Until next time, my friends, keep spinning, keep grooving, and keep believing. This is Sean Gaillard with Vinyl Riffs. Thanks so much for tuning in. Look forward to catching you on the flip side.